That thing the kid at school did. According to Reddit. Number 25. I remember in middle school the popular kid asked out the most unpopular girl and then embarrassed her in front of everybody by breaking up with her and laughing in her face about how she could think it was real. It was really sad, and I remember her being really into high school TV shows, and I think she really wanted to be popular. Like she hoped life would be like a Disney show or something. I don't know what happened to him, but I remember everyone kind of being like, dude, and he moved a bit later. In high school, and the popular kids weren't necessarily bullies. They weren't super welcoming into their circle to invite everyone to parties and stuff, but they weren't total bullies. They were just good at sports and pretty much attractive. Yeah. Which has us in different circles than you other people? Sorry. I guess we're just prettier than most, you know? We're fit. We can throw the ball. We can catch the ball. We can do all kinds of things with balls. Like sucking balls. Hello to everybody in the stream chat. Here's hoping you're having a wonderful evening, having a great day, having a good lunch whenever you decide to throw this on. This is here for you whenever you need it. You may be able to hear that I'm a little bit stuffier than normal. You know, it is what it is. Get over it. In the interest of clarity, I will go ahead and read what the actual title of this thread is. It says, what did the popular thing, or, well, you shouldn't call kids things, Kyle, even if that's what they are. What did the popular kid at your school do to go from cool to absolute outcast? So what did some people who managed popularity do to tank their popularity? You know? I looked up some thumbnails earlier with like kids, but then I just felt like I'd get in trouble with YouTube, you know? It's funny that you can have a guy like Alpha Genesis on YouTube that's saying that 8-year-olds can consent and nasty things like that, but I know that I have to watch myself so hard because if I ever do anything where I step out of line, like even having a thumbnail with a child in the I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Just because they can get away with it doesn't mean I can. Well, hello to Cleveland, hello to Jade, hello to KXG, Eyes Open, and True Silver Wolf. Hope Linda and Jade are having a fantastic evening. As we continue up, we arrive at number 24. She dated me. Bit of self-deprecating humor there, as if to imply that, you know, all she had to do was have anything to do with me, association-wise, and that'd be it for her popularity. We were in speech and debate together, both did impromptu, and we would give each other random quotes and stupid cartoons with which to practice. Spent a lot of time together because of it. We dated for about 2 days before people mocked her for it, and she bailed on me hard to keep her social status. Well, she's learning lessons about the real world. She never socially recovered from the sin of liking one of the nerds. Thing is, though, she then lost all of her nerd friends, too. Well, she's learning lessons about the real world, boy. This is going to be the same hoe that's on Snapchat complaining in a black background with all text on a page about how nobody pays attention to her and, you know, she doesn't get, you know, the treatment that she should because she used to be pretty and she used to be liked. And how dare everybody just change overnight? You guys are bigots. You're all racist. And you hate women. Ghostbusters 2016 was the best thing ever. Number 23 here. Robbie was a big, huge bully. I used to play football with Robbie. Watched a coach go full psycho on him, literally kicking him in the butt all the way off the field because he spit on a player. And the gall of it just sent the coach into a rage. Robbie mocked him the whole way off the field. But then when that kid hit, It was like a freight train was hitting you. He was always very dumb and angry and rabid. He teased everyone for everything, yet somehow remained pretty popular in the upper echelon because he hit like a beast and won football games. Then, one day, it was so weird. I'm not sure I've seen as much F-bombs in my life. You know, I'm not a guy that's trying to watch my friggin' mouth. It doesn't, only on YouTube. Christian God's gift to the world, YouTube, you know? Are we out here flinching from the extended hand behind the head of YouTube about to just punch somebody out of existence, my dude? But let's count them together, you know? F, okay? F, and then you think it's over, bam, you know what I'm talking about? Can you go 2 sentences without it? He came to school in a sweater with an unironed button-down shirt underneath. He usually came to school in torn t-shirts and basketball shorts and was generally a disheveled mess. He had an older brother, Ronnie, who never looked like any of that, so we knew he wasn't poor, he was just being Robbie. So this was a big deal, and it was bizarre, and when people asked him what was up with it, he would just say, "I'm gay now." That made me laugh. I'm sorry, it's funny. That made me laugh. What am I supposed to do? It was so strange. Another F. He didn't lose any intensity, but he kept saying things like, "I'm gay now. I like boys, okay? And I want a boyfriend. You want to go out?" I saw him get genuinely upset. Oh yeah, I just leveled up. I got somebody playing, Borderlands for me in the background, and they're so kind that they're just letting me sit here and level up on a character I don't use. Only level 14, not a big deal. Back to the list. He'd just scream, "It's not a joke, I'm gay." Okay. Nobody knew what to do about it. We were a country school. We had a gay kid. A kid Robbie had bullied. Now Robbie was trying to hang out with him. Nobody wanted to touch that weirdness with a 10-foot pole. We figured best case scenario, another effing by the way. We figured best case scenario, I'll deal with it. The dude just lost a bet. But then he did it again the next day. And the next. For months, he kept dressing as a Robbie version of a preppy and proclaiming his gayness. Pretty sure he got an earring at some point. He's so committed. If I remember correctly, he later recanted all of this and screamed down anyone that brought it up. Maybe if it was a legit attempt to come out, but he just Robbied the whole thing up until it was unpalatable. He's in prison now. Yeah, that's how you end the story, boy. He's in prison now. What a story, Mark. Oh, that was really fantastic, and I'm super glad I didn't start above. Guys, understand, when I read a lot of these lists, I usually only want to do 15 or 20. You go too deep and you run into issues. But look, 23 has 11,000 upvotes, and it's because a lot of these are so short that people just click upvote and keep moving. So, I'll give you the juice. And as we continue to number 22's, the dude got hit by a train. Everyone cared about him until he got out of the hospital and wasn't the same mentally. Because of the head trauma, all the other popular kids mock him and have him blocked on social media now. Oh my God.
I wish I had more time. I miss live streams.
Jade, I love and appreciate you. I'm sorry that you don't have as much time. I hope that you can maximize the little bit of time that you do have by using it either to take care of things that may get on top of you or to relax. And remember that you need to, take everything as easy as possible, because, boy, stress is the real killer. And people acknowledge that like they get it, but they really don't. And stress is It's on top of us at every minute of every hour of every day. You know, some of the lies that we got to tell just to make it through these days, they're the real stressors, you know? And it's crazy because even when we don't have to deal with anybody, we got to fake it to make it. We got to do all of these things that we know are not reasonable, are not the types of things that we want to do, but they're the types of things that we have to do to keep pressure, to keep attention off of us. We need to fall in line, we need to assimilate, and we need to act like other people to avoid suspicion. And it sucks. It really sucks. But maybe there's a light at the end of that tunnel. Just like you're the light at the end of mine. Thank you, Jade, for that stream chat donation. Girl. Girl. Shock me like an electric eel. 21. Our senior year, this kid used to boast all the time about smoking weed, getting drunk one day, and about halfway through the year, he showed up to go to first period, which is an 8 a.m. class, absolutely hammered. He passed out in class and busted his head open, bleeding everywhere. He had bottles of booze, a bunch of weed, and a ton of pills in his backpack. He was taken away in an ambulance, and no one really ever heard from him again. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? It's nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, covetous Mincy. I hope I'm saying that right. Covetous Mincer. As we continue to number 20, pulled out a knife and slashed another student. This is definitely not what we want to have on this list. The kid with the knife went to outcast status. You figure he'd go to outcast prison. The kid that got slashed became super cool and had a scar that everyone wanted to see. I can link the article about the stabbing if anyone wants to see it. Well, I like the idea that it was almost like an Inuyasha and Sesshomaru type situation, where instead of wanting to inflict damage with the Tetsaiga, you've actually healed with the Tenseiga. You are slashing somebody and they are becoming popular for your negative action. School bans phones after pupils post video of teen being stabbed. Oh yeah, that'll take care of the problem. You know what I mean? That will solve the problem. The problem's the phones, says the school board. Wow. Now you as a parent, do you want your kid going to a school like that? Do you want your kid going to any kind of school where something terrible has occurred and their knee-jerk reaction is to ban the phones to cover their own ass? That's the world in which we live. And I think it's sickening. You know? And you know the only way it's going to change is if we give this enough attention to publicly shame these morons and to stop acting like pieces of human garbage, right? Or if we get somebody like Bernie Sanders in the White House, and that's never going to happen. They'll find a way to screw that old man out of the White House 1,000,000 times before he ever gets anywhere. You know what I'm talking about? And even if it were to occur, I doubt that. Oof. I can't even really speak because I don't want to imply that I am wishing ill on anybody. You know what I mean? But all I can say is if things went down with JFK, you wonder why. You wonder why nothing's gone down recently. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not saying that anything should happen. I'm saying I find it interesting. It seems like everyone's in an uproar. Everyone's outraged. But is it like fake outrage from some of these people? You know, is it just like, oh, you guys don't like a movie I like, so I'm gonna post a good review even though the movie's trash outrage? What's going on? As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 19. Wow. There was a popular cheerleader at my school that was in a bad car wreck and suffered severe brain damage. The day she came back, some of her friends, aka the popular kids, sat with her and ate lunch. Every day after that, though, they sat on the other side of the cafeteria in their normal spot, and she was with the other special needs kids. They would walk past her without saying a word. As far as everyone knew, her entire group of friends completely abandoned her. I don't think she missed them, though, so silver lining. She seemed to be very happy most of the time after the accident, so not so much before. This was in the mid-late 80s, and every teen movie which has a bunch of shitty preppies pretty much accurately depicts the popular kids in my high school. Well, life ends up imitating art. So when a bunch of schmucks, bunch of white guys in Hollywood decide this is how we're going to depict something and then trick a whole generation of morons into following suit, you know, it's hilarious in another way. Oh my god, I think I'm going to level up again. So exciting. He is really leveling me up. Oh my gosh. Is it happening? Wait. Is it going to happen? Am I going to level up?
Murder every last one of their stupid followers.
Level me up. Level me up. Kill one guy.
And see how the children of the vault react.
Kill one guy and then I level up. Just do it. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. I believe in you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and he's not even fighting anybody. Otherwise, I'd be getting the experience. That's messed up. He's gonna make me navigate away from this page, and then I'll level up, and it's gonna make me sad. Whatever. As we continue this list, we arrive number 18. Okay. Damn, Covetous. I appreciate this. Covetous says, Kyle, Dia, and Stripes, the trifecta of perfection. You guys crack me up, but at the same time, you hit some truth. Man, well, Dia isn't as involved with these. I mean, she's in the chat, and Stripes hasn't been on a list in like ages. It's sometimes difficult for me to understand that I guess there is no defined order of the lists on this channel. So some people just consume them like, you know, a list from 3 years ago, a list from... Hey!
Kyle, Dia, Stripes, the trifecta of perfection. You guys crack me up, but at the same time hit with some truth.
My man, I appreciate you. And it's important that you know that now, Covetous, you are the stream boss. So everybody just give it up. Give him a little bit of that Pringle juice. He's that guy now. Thank you. Everybody like the video as well. And then pat yourself on the back. Wow. Did you know that you could do that? Did you know that if you're not subscribed, you could subscribe? Weird. Maybe a little bit too intense for some people though. So number 8, look. This dude, thank you again, Covetous. I appreciate this. You're amazing. Hilda Hernandez, haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for your comments. I see them all over the videos and appreciate you. Oh, number 18. He seduced a quiet girl in school. She was really soft-spoken, but super nice to everyone. Basically everyone's little sister. She was absolutely beloved by everyone in her year, and he was a year older. He was first love, and he banged her once, took her virginity, and essentially abandoned her. She was devastated by it, and it broke her for the rest of the time that she was at school. She went right into her shell, barely spoke to anyone, and when he started bragging about what he did, everybody hated him. He even got beat up a few times because people were so angry about what he did. Wow. 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 Wait a minute, Linda says, did you know that if you're not a sponsor, you can easily become a sponsor by what? Clicking that join button that's below these videos? I guess she's right. You could do that, but I'm not sure that you guys have the balls to do it. Oh, snap. Do you have the balls to do it? I don't know. But listen, I know that everybody, doesn't get down the same way. And I know that some of you are specifically looking for ways that are going to help me either immediately or the best, which is why I always say PayPal or like the Streamlabs link. And I appreciate you for making that happen. Otherwise, if you want to get fancy with a wish list or, oh my God. What do I even say? He's already the true OG. My dude got Batman in his default picture. There's a Batman event coming to Fortnite tomorrow? There is a Batman event coming to Fortnite tomorrow. The true OG. Thank you. I appreciate this. And I appreciate you. You already true. You already the OG. What do I even say? What do I even say? Thank you, my man. So we continue up this list. This is a kind of sad one with the dude that like banged the personality right out of her because she withdrew into her shell. Number 17. The popular girl at my school tried to ruin the life of a really sweet girl because of boyfriend drama. It's always a man. When she realized people were standing up for the sweet girl instead, she lost her mind, accusing the other girl and her boyfriend of property damage, turning on anyone who didn't swear loyalty to her, and turning people against one another. She would just scream at teachers. It was a mess. The nail in the coffin, however, was when she confided to me and 2 other students that she was planning to put laxatives in one of the pastries that she baked for class. Obviously, I let people know, and she became completely ostracized. You out here trying to poison people?
Do you want me to move for you?
Can you? That'd be so sweet. Thank you, Dia. Sorry, my dude that I've been sitting in the match of, he came back. And I had to grab my controller and make it look like I wasn't completely AFK. So, now Dia's gonna play for me. Isn't that great? Don't you all wish you had a personal Dia? Never. Yeah, so I get to benefit from Covetous. I get to benefit from Jade, Dia, and the true OG. Showing y'all that apparently only he knows how to click that join button. He just flexed on y'all. Covetous already did it, baby. He already clicked the join button. What? I like to think of everybody else just like watching a game of like double dutch. You know what I mean? And they don't know when to jump in. I love people's body language when they're about to jump in. To like, double dutch is when they have 2 jump ropes. I'm sorry. You shook a fart out of me. I'm sorry. She died and Dia's like, shut up. It's because they're level 50, Dia. You think I was AFK for my own health? I'm not supposed to be out here. That's why I'm leveling up so easy in this dude's match. Kyle continues the list to say that the nail in the coffin was when she confided in me and 2 others that she was planning to put laxatives in the pastries in class. Obviously, I let people know. She became ostracized. She left at the end of junior year, and senior year was the most chill year ever. Can you imagine one girl ruining everything for your entire class? Dia, you could just hang out, for real. For real, don't go losing the money, because if you die, it'll tax you. Dia, for real, just chill,
But they have a vehicle.
Man, I believe in them. They got this all under control. If he wants to kick you, he'll kick you, and that's the end of it. Just chill. So, number 16, cool twin brothers from my high school drove home intoxicated from a football game. Of course. They crossed a double yellow line and smashed head on into a car coming in the opposite direction, killing the 2 other people almost instantly. The brother not driving was severely injured and is currently still slightly mentally disabled. The brother who was driving came away with relatively minor injuries. Somehow he got away with no charges filed. Oh boy. I mean, how white can you get? I said, how white can you get? Okay, and his dad's a lawyer too. Ooh. It doesn't get any whiter than that, bro. Was your mom a judge? That'd be even better. My mom's a judge. My dad's a lawyer. Okay. It's like what every man was supposed to do to keep their stupid kids out of trouble. Yeah. He was also one of our more successful teams. He was on one of our more successful teams. So when he returned to school a couple of weeks later, they announced it during a school assembly basically celebrating his return and congratulating him on a speedy recovery. You drove drunk and caused the accident that killed 2 people and then mentally disabled your brother. Some of his friends started applauding, but pretty much everyone else ostracized him from that point. Excuse me, God. Given the fact that he killed 2 people. He still is and was a piece of shit. Covetous says, I can't listen in the moment because of where I am, but I wanted to reach out and support the stream. I appreciate you for that, Covetous. I appreciate you. You're a hero. You're a wizard, Harry. Number 15. There was a guy that was pretty popular. He got really drunk at a party and totally didn't know where he was. He pulled down his pants, squatted, and began to do number 2. He moved away immediately. He was a senior and I was in 8th grade. That was well over 25 years ago. He friended me on Facebook a couple of months ago and I kinda recognized him. I racked my brain and it came to me. The guy who pooped at the party. The poor guy. The poor guy. Number 14. She tried to manipulate all her friends and pit them against each other with a bunch of catty lies. Well, that in combination with wearing her pageant sash and crown to school for a week. Yeah, we all know somebody like that. We all know somebody like that. You wearing the sash to school for a week. What are you doing? Why is 13 deleted? Let's see if I can recover that. Hey, Oksana, I appreciate that. Remove edit.
Why did he say Loch Ness Monster was crustacean?
Why did who say the Loch Ness Monster was crustacean? Thank you for that $4 though, Oksana. I appreciate you. I'm trying to find this deleted entry, but I don't know if this is the one. I can only hope that it is. Okay, somehow he super glued a fat kid to a toilet seat. That's pretty messed up. You have to wonder if he was aiming for this kid, or if he was just the target that ended up coming in. The poor kid went into the stall in the morning, sat there silently crying all day, and was discovered by a janitor that evening. My God. Mr. Cool apparently told his clique about what he had done, and the next day, everyone knew about it. The kid that was glued lost some skin when he was pried from the seat. Apparently it turned out to be a bloody mess. They ripped the boy off the seat he had been superglued to. The kid that was glued lost some skin when he was pried from the seat. Apparently, it turned out to be a bloody mess. He didn't come to school for about a week. Mr. Cool was expelled by the school and socially amongst the students. The fat kid gained a lot of new friends and became quite popular. He was homecoming king that year. Somebody said he went from one throne to another. Hilarious. Dawnwind Lazuli says I made it to a stream. You did it, Dawnwind. Oksana says Kyle Chef's dad. I think it's because they were just riffing and they were really not in the mood to do any, I like to think South Park from that era was a lot of like improv and like ridiculous stuff in the studio, man. When you think about Matt and Trey Parker doing an old black couple, you know?
Oh, now you know that's the Loch Ness Monster out there now.
Damn it, woman. I told you not to give him no tree fitting now. What the hell? It's pretty good. Pretty good, Matt and Trey Parker. Just silly enough to be what I'm all about. Number 12. This kid in middle school used to talk shit to everyone. He had nice stuff his parents got for him, and everybody thought he was tough and could fight until one day he started on a special needs kid. Why you gotta go after the special people? Nobody had ever seen this popular kid fight. He was just excellent at intimidation. Now, a lot of the special needs kids in my area weren't just students who were mentally challenged, they had overall learning disabilities. Many of these kids came from very tough homes, and the special needs kids who were popular kids messed with an absolute savage. He grew up in a pretty tough part of the town, but was really a gentle giant. He could play football, he was muscular, he could do everything the regular students could do, except speak properly. A minor speech impediment. The popular kid challenged him to a one-on-one fight and got his ass kicked by a special needs kid. I'm talking blood everywhere, his clothes get ripped, one of his sneakers landed like 10 feet away, and to top it all off, he even tried running away after the first few punches. The special needs kid grabbed him and pulled him back. It was a massacre. They don't call it retard strength for nothing. The popular kid not only lost all of his influence, but didn't even have the guts to come back to school for a week. If I ever saw instant karma, it would have been that. Because he was quiet as a mouse for the rest of the years through high school. Why not just come to school the next day? People aren't gonna forget, my dude. You're not gonna be able to slide back in and have people go, "Oh, why were you going? What happened? Were you okay? Were you sick? Oh, wait, you got beat up by that? Oh boy. Oh boy, can you even talk about it?" I hope you guys are liking this video, okay? While I'm walking the tightrope of whether or not YouTube's coming after me. Number 11, he hooked up with two of his friends. No, he hooked up with two of his friends' girlfriends, and they ditched him after that. Come on. It's sick because the girls are just as much to blame in those scenarios. Just as much to blame. But it's just a sickening situation overall. You know? But maybe they got excuses like, you know, they can't help it. They got a flirtatious nature or some shit like that. Jesse. Fucking got him. Number 10. Killed 2 university students while drunk driving and then complained because she wouldn't be able to go to the bar and get drunk on her 18th birthday. This is it, boy. This is the sick type of person I'm talking about here. It's really, really, really unbearable. But they can't see much outside of their own perspective. And they're not willing to listen when you're trying to basically bring them to terms with reality. So imagine it. Imagine you are guilty of having engineered the loss of life of some people because you made the decision to get behind the vehicle and drive. Behind the wheel of a vehicle and drive. And here we are. But how does this affect you negatively? Oh, no, now I can't drink on my birthday. What? At a bar. You can still drink at home. But what kind of friends do you think that she has where she felt safe enough to say this kind of thing out loud, to say a shallow thing like this out loud? You know? Ugh, Matt, I can't drink. Why can't you drink? Because I got into an accident when I was drunk driving and I killed some people. But it's not that big a deal. Say that narcissist prayer. How shallow and narcissistic do you have to be to pull this crap? There's something further up with, oh God, whoa, don't spoil the list for me, dude. Telling me what's above here, come on. Number 9, he was popular because he was a rebel that talked back to teachers and insulted them openly. He became an outcast because he made the teacher everyone loved cry. Oh boy. I've only done this once and they deserved it. I didn't talk back to teachers. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And I only did that once and they deserved it. Because they were coming at me. It was like a self-defense thing. They were coming at us, dude. Whoa, Carl.
Thanks for hours and hours of entertainment, man.
Well, Carl, thank you for being supportive. You went above and beyond and you didn't have to do that, my man. Carl. I'm sorry. Wow, I thought that was the golf clap button. I don't know what's wrong with me. I thought it was the golf clap button. So here it is. Thank you, Carl. Wow, I really did just take it back. I remember like it was yesterday, those, oh, I'm so old. I'm so old. I feel like it was just yesterday we were going nuts with these Carl memes. Like it was just yesterday. What happened? Those walkers are just dying to get in here. Dying to get in here, Carl. That's not cool, man. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Whoa, I should never have done that. He came in and he supported, and I reduced him to the first person that his name reminds me him of. Listen, I wasn't being reminded of Carl from The Walking Dead. I was being reminded of the meme and basically the distance between me and that meme. I feel like one day you'll have that same kind of experience where somebody's talking about like the Area 51 nonsense and you'll think, man, September 20th, what year was that? 2019? And it'll be like 7 years from now and you'll be like, where's the time gone? Where's the time gone? Number 8. Okay, I love you, Carl. I apologize. Wait, why does Dawnwind say I'm wounded, Kyle? Why? Carl, I appreciate you. You're a badass. Your contribution is everything that I need. You're wonderful. Oksana says, Kyle, I missed you. I apologize. I really apologize. Miss you too. Love you all, but I haven't gone anywhere. So, can you imagine? Can you imagine like you don't go anywhere and people come back and they go, I miss you. And like, you don't want to leaving. What the hell? Number 8, accidentally left a video of himself sticking stuff up his butt on a phone that he sold to another student. Accidentally, dude. I think that's like low-key flirting. If that's what you're into and you're gonna leave that on a phone, come on, man. You clear your phone. Your factory reset it. I never saw him again after that. Well, somebody says, plot twist, he was trying to hook a brother up and it backfired. Hey, so there's something on there you may like. That's what I'm thinking. Number 7. They sent their girlfriend's naked pics to the whole school. And then he wasn't popular? Carefully, he's a hero. I'm kidding. Somebody says, what a scumbag. Yeah. Why would he do that kind of thing? The worst part is... it was the excuse he gave. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to send it to everyone. Wow. Just a couple of dudes on the basketball team. He ended up switching schools. Yeah, it's illegal, boy.
Bastard.
Yeah, what a cunt. Why would you, weird. The weird part is, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure he did it outside of the relationship. Not that that makes it better, but I'm not entirely sure like he did it when they were broken up. And that's pretty ridiculous. Exceptional ridiculous, in fact. So here's what's up. Okay, whew. Let me try to, because I read one, and it may have been the one that was higher up. Yeah. Wait. I worked with a guy who was in his late 20s. He didn't drink and worked out all the time. He wore muscle tank tops, and you can picture the type that, I'm talking about, I assume. Always just thought he was kind of a tool. I found out that he had been in prison for 8 years before, working at our restaurant as a server. He had a few beers at a party when he was 17, and then was drag racing with a friend. The car full of teenagers pulled out unexpectedly in front of him, turning on the red light. He killed all of them. I honestly don't know how I'd ever live with something like that, but this guy seemed like a stand-up, well-rounded citizen afterwards. Props, I guess, to counseling and our judicial system. And then somebody responds and says, "You sound like a..." Deleted comments. Yes. They just give you that splash of flavor that you wouldn't otherwise find, man. Yeah, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, all of these surface internet sites, man. They're giving you that like very neutered and politically correct, like sweet, nice, goggled experience. But this is what the internet's really like. You suck. I was just sharing my story. Shut up. Oh boy. But everybody wants to pretend like, you know, everybody's toxic or not have a stiff upper lip when it comes to these people. And it gives them more power. Do you know what I mean? It gives them power. You know, people jump up and go, "Oh, the A-OK hand sign is, it's a Nazi thing now." Because the people that hate are dictating what isn't and isn't okay to use. That's nuts. How do you can you imagine? Can you imagine if every time PewDiePie, who, you know, what was it, Amaranth or Alinity, one of these hoes, they jumping up and talking about nigger this, nigger that, I'm supposed to feel terrible? I'm supposed to be shocked and give them the power over me because of that word, my dude? Look, man, you gotta recognize that you have the ability. You choose how to react to things. And it used to be a very common thing for people to say that how you react to things is really what makes you you. It's like it's testing you. You know, you are how you react under certain conditions. But boy, everything just needs to be purged now because if it's bullying, then people can't handle the, oh please. So that was that entry. I wonder if the comments here. No, he went from one throne to another. So this one was the one with the kid getting glued to the seat. I really still don't like that they just pulled him off. That's uncool. Number 5, drugs. You're the cool kid in 9th grade if you're smoking weed all the time. You're not the cool kid in 12th grade if you're addicted to heroin. That's another kind of graduation, you know? Celebrate good times. Why am I think it's called Alma Mater, and I couldn't think of how it went. It's like some bullshit like that. Is that even called Alma Mater? I think it is. Why do I click that and then I thought it was a video and then it goes to your stupid webpage? YouTube. What is this? Hello? I don't know. No. Alma Mater is another thing. God, you're mixing up words. Just keep going. Number 4. Most popular kid in my... What's the name of that song? Someone find me the name of that song so I can know now and forever. What's the name of that song that they play at graduations that's like... And then we can all have it and put it as like a sensor so that when we come out of the bathroom after a poop, that can play. Yeah. Oh, it's called Pomp and Circumstance. Nice. It's gonna be poop and circumstance when I'm done with it. See what I did there? Wow. Covetous says, once I went to drink alone at a restaurant, but pretended to be there waiting for someone who ended up standing me up. Wow. I'm sorry that it went like that. They're lost though, man. And here's hoping. You were better for it, you know? You were made tougher. You were made like more fierce. Your steel was tempered this day. Number 4. Most popular kid in my middle school was this big Samoan dude. Looked like he was 13 going on 25 years old. I remember he gained a lot of popularity when he serenaded his girl, or this girl in class, to ask her to the dance. He had music playing on his iPhone and he started belting out love songs while on a bended knee. Later on that year, he went from a hero to a zero when we found out he'd been bing-bonging his sister. Diddling his underage sister, my God. You know, we try to make it through one list without it. And it creeps up on us right at the end. Number 3, crack. Say no mo. He and his couple of friends started smoking crack senior year of high school. They got quarantined to themselves, as you do. Ran into them a couple of weeks ago, and he kept trying to get me back to their apartment to do meth. Wow. People like that scare me so hard that it's like, my God, this guy's a hero. Can you send him a message that just says thanks?
How do I do that?
Probably press the start button, then press triangle. No, start on the right, sweetie. Select on the left. Now triangle. And then navigate left, press X. View profile. Send a message that just says you're a hero, thank you. And then you can leave his match because he's grinded me enough if I'm already level 10. I think I got in there at like level 11 or something. Or level 20. Jesus. Dude grinded me up to level 20. Man. Dude is a hero. And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand in the way. No, sweetie. Youre. Oh, yeah. You're trying to make me look dumb?
I've spelled shit before. Shut up.
You said you've never spelled anything before? Well, you just be sitting there and looking fine. That's
Shit before, and I've looked at it and I haven't said anything.
yeah, well, it was a test. Just like a girl with a stuffed animal going on a first date. It was a test. Okay?
You're dumb.
Number 2, killed an infant in a car crash, completely shut down during school senior year, wouldn't talk to anybody anymore. Why should they? Why should people talk to them? You killed an infant in a car crash? Come on. You know? Because when it says you killed an infant in a car accident, you know, yeah, accidents happen to everybody, but why would they phrase it that way? I like to think that if, yeah, killed, you know, I don't know. I like to think if an accident occurred with me and then an infant died, if I wasn't at fault, then you can't say I killed him. You know what I mean? I would say the other person killed him with their negligence. Unless it was me. Bruh. Look, you know the crazy thing about me is that I'll never be on the road unless I'm forced to be out on the road. So there it is. I'm not saying that if something were to happen, it could never be my fault, but boy, oh boy. Imagine that. I want you guys to think about the likelihood that one day you'll be caught up doing something you seriously don't want to do. You're almost forced to do. Somebody else is begging you to do, dude. And then things go wrong. And all you wanted to do was be at home. Son of a Pringle Bob. Number 1 on this very lengthy list, apparently, of that thing that the kid at school did is what? He got drunk and killed his family in a car accident. No, he killed a family of 4 in a car accident. So we've had another entry that was pretty much this. He killed 4 other people. We also had one where the guy killed 2 people and then made his he made this passenger mentally, you know, disabled. Someone's like, that's so dark. So dark. Adorable. Listen, that was that list. Monotone woman harassing the street musician for playing Leonard Cohen song. Claims he is being taken down by Hell's Angels.
Voice of a high priest in Israelite. Copy me, videography me. You're being taken down by Hell's Angels.
Please leave me alone. I'm just trying to work right now.
You have no right.
You have no right.
To sing a Leonard Cohen
You
song?
stole Leonard Cohen's song.
I'm busking this.
You have no right.
Okay,
You
bye.
have no right, bye.
You have no right.
You have
to
no
sing
right to
Leonard
sing.
Cohen's song.
You have no
If you
right,
don't leave me
bye.
alone, I'm gonna call the police.
Call the police.
Call the
So
police.
what?
I am an Israelite.
Okay,
You have
get
no
over
right.
it. I don't
You're
really
singing a song
You have no right.
of an Israelite high priest.
You have no right.
That is illegal.
It's
No, it's
illegal.
not.
I decided
It's illegal to harass people in the
I
subway.
am not harassing you.
This is
I'm telling you the
harassment.
truth.
You can leave.
Why doesn't he keep singing? That would just drive her insane. That's what he needs to do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
You've
bye.
No idea what you're
You've made-
talking
Okay, bye.
about.
You've
Bye.
made your point. Thank you. Have a good day.
And you have no right to tell me what I did.
Listen, dude, I feel like people don't know how to escalate. And if it was me, I'd just keep repeating what she says. That's how you make a woman crazy.
Because not everybody wants that.
It's because women don't, no, not just women, but some people, when they speak, they don't really hear themselves. Which is to say, they hear themselves, but they're not listening. So when you speak, it forces their brain, at least in terms of forming a response, to loosely listen. So just hit them back with what they're saying. You know,
You made your point. Thank you. Have a good day.
You have no
Sing a
right.
Leonard Cohen song.
Stole
you
Leonard
stole. I
Cohen's song.
stole
I'm
it.
busking this.
You have no
I stole
right.
it. You have no
You
right.
have no right.
You
to
have
sing
no
Leonard
right.
Cohen's song.
If you don't,
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, lady? What are you gonna do about it? You're on camera right now being crazy right now with your old ass, lady. What are you gonna... I'm an Israelite. I didn't ask. Who's asking? Are you punishing us because nobody else is willing to listen to you? I'm gonna treat you like everybody else and just stop responding. But I'll repeat what you say. You dumbass. Is anyone else here getting some demonic vibes from this lady? Whoa. Well handled by this dude. Eventually realized this lady was legit crazy. And eased up. Oh boy. Nah, man. Escalation. See where it goes. See where it goes. People want to run up on you. Pull out that camera phone and I feel like the craziest venue. Can I be honest with you? I feel like the craziest venue for a disagreement with another human being that you don't know is on a platform near a train. Can I be real? I've seen people spit on people, you know, getting onto a train and punching people on the subway, and it's like, boy, trains come by here. You gonna mess up one of these days. Use your brain. Ladies and gentlemen, Tootsie Roll argument leads to a woman attacking Planet Fitness and... My Tootsie Roll! Nick roll that Tootsie Roll! How you like that, computer? I told you I wasn't playing on that ass! And I'm a block! What is this song now? Damn, she climbing on the table. At least she getting that exercise, Ian. She's getting that exercise, Ian. But as it pertains to that body, it'll be the only thing that's getting it. I'm kidding. All right, let's get out of here, guys. Love you. Have an amazing, what do they call these on your planet? Days or nights? Day or night. I love you. Special thanks to my man, Carl. And amazing and wonderful thanks to Jade. Thank you to all of you for being here. Okay? I need you to know that you're pretty amazing. You keep me going just as much as you would say that I keep you going. So Covetous, thank you. Jade, thank you. Carl, appreciate you. Thank you, Oksana. And I want to thank the patrons. Now that's what I'm talking about. Thank the sponsors. And you will see me again tomorrow. True OG, you bless my heart by becoming a sponsor tonight. And you'll see more of me. before you know it. Later.